A good, pious young man, he was the only child to his parents, and after they died, he inherited a small amount from his father. As his father was a carpenter, he mastered this craft since he was a kid. Although his superiority in study and his passion for engineering, he only had the secondary education and joined a big factory specialized in manufactures of home and office furniture. In all his work hours, he was practicing his hobby of drawing amazing home designs, especially that his house was unorganized in its foundations, so he wishes to reconstruct the house to be wider and he waits providing money to achieve this wish. This young man got married to a good girl too, and they had two children. When they turned 40, in his way to work, he gave a poor man all the money that he had, and when he reached the factory, he was surprised by his boss telling him that he fired him without giving any reason. So he wondered how, after giving a charity, he was fired from his work, and before he gave up to the grief and despair, he remembered the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. How wonderful is the case of a believer. There is good for him in everything, and this applies only to a believer. If prosperity attends him, he expresses gratitude to Allah, and that is good for him, and if adversity befalls him, he endures it patiently, and that is better for him. After that, he resigns himself to Allah's will and returns to his home smiling, although he didn't have an income, only this job. When he told his wife about what happened, she smiled and said, "Cheer up, this is dismissal of God and Allah prepared for you what is best. You didn't oppress anyone and you never complained about your income. Get up and perform ablution and go to the mosque to pray and endure with beautiful patience." They remain thinking about what will be better. In the evening, the husband called his wife with a big joy and said to him, "I will work with my cousin, the architect, who was convinced by my talent in designing buildings. And he offers me this job a lot. He called me now and offered me the same job." Indeed, the husband worked with his cousin and began to visit land and residential projects. Also, he made a lot of designs which the officials admired. Then he became overseeing the implementation of these designs until they hand over the building to his owner. Through 5 years of the continuous effort, he became a rich man with large bank accounts. He achieved his wish and reconstructed his house as he wants. In every moment, he was thanking Allah for all these blessings. He suggested to his wife that they take a big present and go together to his old boss who fired him and thank him, and said to her, "Without him, I would never be at this point. I would still have been a worker in the factory until now. But Allah made him take this decision, so all this success happened to me. Allah willed to close a door for me and opened a better one."
ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب ومن يتوكل على الله فهو حسبه إن الله بالغ أمره قد جعل الله لكل شيء قدرا.